This is a simple question. Can men get pregnant?
Oh, hold on. Don't play the video. Let the people in the thing answer it.
Can men get pregnant? It's a very simple question. We're dealing with this apparently in the United States of America. We can't seem to answer this question. Can men get pregnant?
Well, can men get pregnant? Answer us, and then we'll watch this video.
Yeah,
and you can't Google this.
Yeah. It's
Don't
just,
Google the answer.
oh my gosh, it is absolutely crazy. I thought we knew this stuff since the dawn of time, when men and women were at the beginning of creation. We understood what could get pregnant, what couldn't get pregnant. Well, we're here to discover it for the first time ever. Or possibly. Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Since you bring it up, why don't we just start there? Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
The sad part is she's Indian, and that just makes me so sad.
Well, we have a lot of... I honestly, this is probably why Indian hate has grown. You have Kamala Harris, you have Dr. Verma, you have all these people who are absolutely terrible in the United States, do so much damage, and...
Yeah, it's like as soon as they leave India, they just get brainwashed.
Or they're brainwashed when they leave because they know they can make a future with that brainwashing.
Or they just want to be like a part of the society and be like, oh my God, everybody thinks this way. Maybe if I start to say things and think that way, I'll belong with them. But it's just like, they're still crazy. And you're just going to be a part of that crazy.
Yeah. Air in India can harm lugs. Air in US can harm brains.
You know what's strange? When I flew from India to here, I got so sick.
Yeah, that's because you're used to humid air, not dry air.
No, it's because of the...
Yeah, the brain dead air.
Yeah, it
The
was trying to
brain
harm
dead
my
air.
brain.
Hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think,
What is she?
yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the
It's a yes or no question.
Yeah,
What do you mean pause there?
It's not that difficult to answer. Yes or no. Can a man get pregnant?
Can a human man? Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're animals.
Yeah, the what is it? The seahorse?
Yeah.
Yeah, the seahorses are the ones that carry the child to term. Well, I think it's the woman passes it to the husband
Well,
to carry
it's
it to term.
also like they just lay eggs, and depending on the temperature, like the turtles, I
Yeah.
think, and depending on the temperature that the egg gets, they can either be born a male or a female. So, yeah.
Yeah,
We're talking about humans.
Yeah, well, the humans. Can a human male get pregnant?
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics. So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
She
Can
is
men get
repeating the same thing over and over again. Oh, I take care of people with many identities. No, that's not what he asked. Like, if you go to a small kid, like a little kid, like 3 or 4 year old, and you ask him, oh, can men get pregnant?
Well, they wouldn't know.
Well, okay, let's just go to kids that are like in the school, like early,
Not in the U.S.
well, in India. I'm
Yeah.
talking about in India. Okay.
If you go in the U.S., they will be saying, yes, men can get pregnant. My teacher told me so.
My cat professor told me so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The professor or the teacher that has a litter box in the classroom so she can go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
No,
It's
she's
so
trying
stupid.
to impress all Americans. Well,
Yeah.
most of the Americans.
It-
Most of the Californians.
She's just trying to protect her career because her career is based off mentally ill people coming to see her. not for real treatment. That's the thing. The doctor in front of her name is probably from one of those fake degrees that you can get here in the United States.
Yeah, that's how it works.
It's a
You're
doctorate.
born a boy because you're born from a dad.
Yes, my dad
Five
went through labor
yeah.
5 times because there are 5 of us boys in the family. That's how it works. That is exactly how it works.
There are many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men get pregnant?
again, as I'm saying,
Let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So, can men get pregnant? You're a
totally
doctor, I
agree.
think.
Science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool. And
No, yes, no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you. You know, the United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an
Yeah.
expert. And you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science.
On the science. It like this is something again, we've known it from the dawn of time. It's not that complicated of a question. Just answer it honestly. The problem is these people who get so put in this this avenue, especially in the West, if they think you're on their side, they will not do anything. The second you turn away from the narrative just once, they will turn on you. They will try and eat you alive. The social media is filled, especially on like X, well, actually Blue Sky. The second you say something, like if she says, "Oh yes," or "No, men cannot get pregnant," she will be constantly bombarded with hate messages.
Oh, do you know there's a case where a man in India gave birth to a boy?
Gave birth to a body.
Well, I heard about that. It was a long time ago, but the thing is, they went through a gender transition, or they were born with a, how when a baby is still forming, they have both the things,
Male
and then
and
one
female.
of them dominates based on certain factors, and one of them doesn't. So I think they were born with like a uterus still in them. And then somehow something happened and they got pregnant.
Well,
or
they're-
it was either that or they had the gender transformation thing.
Well,
and
a gender
the thing was left in them. So
Like it was a woman that transitioned
Yeah.
into a man and left it in them. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is a possibility.
I think it was one of the two things because they were just
Or it was
it was back in the days when I was researching
Yeah.
about things.
or it was all faked. That is a possibility.
No, I don't think it was fake.
Yeah, a lot of that,
But-
like the.
But I think it was one of the two situations that that's how they did.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's just like the majority of people know how to answer this question. Because if you ask people, how many arms does a human being have? How many legs does a human being have? I mean,
Well, the thing is, they're gonna be like, "Oh, so there are a lot of people
That
who
are born deformed."
identify as octopus,
but
and
that's
so
the thing. It's like
Yeah.
the thing is, people are born deformed. There are people who are born without a limb. There are people who are born with. It's just, but nobody includes those. It's like most people know human beings have 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, hopefully a brain. It's just statistically accurate. Yes, there are rarities where there is a deformation. Incredibly rare. But nobody takes that into account. Who is making these new genders every day in US?
well, people who are on drugs.
No, the problem is they're not on drugs. They need
No,
to
they
be
are
medicated.
on drugs, but they're on like the getting high drugs, not curing their.
Yeah, they're
Delusion, yeah.
they're self-diagnosing
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they're self-medicating on their own stuff. It's just it is completely delusional and it's encouraged. That's the problem. It is encouraged.
Can men get pregnant?
As-
That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
There's no complexity.
How is he trying to reduce the complexity? It's a simple question.
Yeah, there's no complexity. Yes, you do have a rare mutation every now and then. But no, the majority of the world is exactly the same.
Yeah. The
I'm
funny
not.
thing is, if she was in India and she said those things, nobody would go to her.
I'm trying to get.
Yeah, nobody would go to her.
It's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity as a medical professional and as a scientist. Can men get pregnant?
I think you're also conflating
This is
male
extraordinary.
female with
No, I'm not conflating male and female. They're two different things. There's biological men and there's biological women. And I want to know, can men get pregnant?
what you were talking about is biological.
You're not gonna answer my question, it sounds like to me.
Biological males.
This isn't hard, doctor. Can men get pregnant? Yes or no?
I would be more than happy to have a conversation with you that
Then
is
have
not
it.
coming from a place of trying to be polarized and
There's no polarization. The problem is the second she says no, she will be targeted. So yes, the polarization will come from her own people that go to see her.
push
I'm
people.
not trying to be polarizing. I'm trying to ask, I think it is extraordinary that we are here in a hearing about science and about women. And
Just
for the
ask
record,
her, did her father give birth to her or her mother?
Well, it's not about her.
No,
it's
just
about
ask her that.
Yeah. The doctor is answering as a student who haven't studied for an interview. Yeah. Or who didn't study for the class.
Or ask her if she gave birth to her kids or her husband did.
Oh, I feel sorry for anyone that gets married to a creature like that. Anyone. Even if you believe gender can be changed anytime on a dime, the biology still remains the same. Yeah.
Because at the end of it, when you die and you're in the ground and they dig up your bones, they're going to know by your bone structure
Yeah,
that
that you're
you
a
were,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. By their logic, the thing is, they don't have logic. They have feelings. There is no talking to people that have feelings because there is no logic in them. You can never have a discussion with people that just refuse to acknowledge any sort of scientific understanding of anything, any sort of, it's like talking to someone who's so far gone down a religion, who's so extreme, there's no, because they believe this to be their holy grail. They believe this to be their Bible. They have to stand by it no matter what. It's a cult. It's a cult. When you start talking to people about a cult, start talking logically to people who are in a cult, what do? They get angry. They start lashing out. They get violent because the rational thoughts, they've been conditioned to want to fight or flight to get away from the truth. In cults, that is how they train people. That is how they're conditioned to fight or flight when they're being told something that's logical.
But she's Indian.
But that's the thing. That is why you have all these rioters in the streets of like these liberal cities, because they're conditioned to believe that they need to fight for what they believe in because they are their religion is being attacked. Their cult is being attacked. So they need to, it's just like the fight or flight is kicking in of the cult dynamic.
it's women who get pregnant, not men.
It also,
We are here about the safety of women and science that shows that this abortion drug causes adverse health events in 11% of cases. That's 22 times greater than the FDA label, another fact you haven't acknowledged. And yet you won't even acknowledge the basic reality that biological men don't get pregnant. There's a difference between biological men and biological women. I don't know how we can take you seriously and your claims to be a person of science if you won't level with this on this basic issue. I thought we were past all of this, frankly. I can't believe we're still here talking about this.
I am a person of science, and I'm also someone here who's here to represent the complex experiences of my patients, and I don't think polarized language
It's
or
not about
questions.
polarized language. Just ask her a simple question. Do men have uterus?
Well, the thing is, there is no simpler question than can men get pregnant. That is an incredibly simple question. The thing is, why does he need to keep bogging it down to a dumber and dumber and dumber form for such a
But
retard?
the thing is, she won't accept the fact that men can't get pregnant.
No, because
Because if she says
her
that,
clientele
yeah,
is based
yeah,
off that stuff
yeah.
now. It's completely based off that stuff. I had heard, even by their logic, biological sex is same. So how is this even a problem for her? It's not. It's not. For them, if they felt like they were supposed to be a woman, then their biological sex should be a woman. There are, like, that's the thing. There have been people who have gone and changed their birth certificates.
Yeah. Like the Kardashian father
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Imagine being a doctor trying to treat a woman only to find out when their health is starting to plummet, when they're at risk of heart failure or something, that they were a man all along and you had been giving them the wrong medication. Because guess what? Men need different medication than women. Blacks need different medication than whites. Indians need different medications because some things work different for different people than others. It's scientific fact. Scientific fact. And they're trying to tiptoe around like everyone's the same. There's no such, it's all gender fluidity. You can be whatever you want. If you weren't supposed to be this, then you can easily be whatever you wanted to be before. It's just brain rot. It is absolute brain rot.
Serve that goal. I don't think they serve the American people.
It is not polarizing to say that there is a scientific difference between men and women. And I want this to be clear and for the record. It is not polarizing to say that women are a biological reality and should be treated and protected as such.
Amen.
That is not polarizing.
Amen.
That is truth.
Because that's the thing. There are a bunch of things in the U.S. Constitution that protect women. That protect women exclusively. And if men start stealing those constitutional rights that are by right given to women because women are biologically different, then what's the point of having exclusive rights for women? Because women are protected on certain statutes than others, more protected. It just seems right.
It is also, by the way, the United States Constitution, which offers unique protections to women in a variety of circumstances as women. And your refusal to recognize women as women and men as men is deeply corrosive to science, to public trust, and yes, to constitutional protections for women as women. And I think it's extraordinary that you would sit here and advance a political
It's like she's not
agenda
listening.
that has been.
She's just
not.
waiting for a chance so she could repeat what she said before.
Yeah, because apparently he's the one being polarizing. He's the one being demeaning. He's wanting to protect women's rights. It's funny how these things are destroying women's rights, and everyone's clapping and celebrating as if it's a good thing. No. Keep men out of women's places. Simple. Absolutely simple.
Like they had the discussion that they should have like tampons in men's bathroom when they stopped allowing the transgender people in the women bathroom. They were like,
But men
"Oh,
don't need it.
Exactly. But that's not their point. They just want equal rights and equal everything that women have, even if they don't really have the things.
What, are they shoving it up their butthole? They don't need it.
Maybe they are.
Yeah, maybe. They don't need it. It's the sheer delusion of all this. The sheer fact that this is a discussion in our House of Politics is absolutely shameful. Absolutely shameful.
Thoroughly discredited and rejected by the American people in this forum. And I'm glad we had this exchange because it is exceptionally clarifying. It is also in many ways quite depressing. I see that my time has nearly expired. I just want to thank the other witnesses for being here. Thank you for protecting women and children. Thank you for your valiant efforts. Thank you for following the science. And thank you, Mr. Chairman, for this hearing.
Senator
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for protecting science that you don't know anything about.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is just absolutely disgusting. The fact that it is even a topic that we're discussing. The fact that it's even a topic we're discussing.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's that stuff, that poison needs to be taken out, removed. The people need to be sent back to mental asylums, put them in padded rooms. They don't belong in civilized society. They really don't. They should be removed from civilized society. If they can't come to a discussion and talk rationally and actually speak logically about situations and being able to admit their faults, they shouldn't be allowed at the table.
Yep.
If these dedicated discussions happened in India, Parliament about pollution, India would be the cleanest country in the world. Yeah. India needs to be a clean country. Now, it would be so freaking amazing in India if the pollution wasn't so bad. Thank God we don't have these brain rot things in India. Oh, it's getting there.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. The problem is, India.
Oh, cool. He didn't like the Wrecking Crew thing,
What?
the Jason Momoa thing. Or was it your father that I watched it with?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
it was
I don't
his
know.
father that I watched it with, and he's like, oh, I hate this actor.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
like,
know.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, but India is getting it. India is getting there.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Because the problem is,
It's already started the feminist thing and the gay marriages and all those things and
Well-
live-in partners. So
well, the thing is, like-
they're getting there.
Moody has put in a ton of progress, giving, everyone in India now has access to the rest of the world. So I've always put it out there where people who are in third world countries can always look to like Western culture to see what rights are different. And women will go online. They will see that women in the US have their truth. They can live their best lives. They can do whatever they want. The problem is that now you have a generation in India that grew up on their phones watching the Western world. The next generation in India will be just as bad. Just as bad. That's the thing. It's like in the U.S., it was a slow burn, an absolute slow burn. You had the hippies that had children that ended up having hippies, boomers, which had children, which raised their children poorly, which had more children, raised them, and then you have children having children having children. None of them are an adult yet. You have grandparents in their 40s, in their 50s, who aren't even mature yet because they never learned anything. And then, yeah, it's just, so we had a slow build up to that point, and I'm pretty sure India will get there in the next 10
Yeah.
years.
I think our generation is probably
The last.
Yeah,
It's a mix. It's a
last
mix.
stable generation
Yeah.
because when our generation is having like kids and stuff and they're adopting gentle parenting and they've stopped doing certain ways of things that they used to, like beating the kids and disciplining
Yeah.
them. They're just letting them do whatever, and they are the generation that have the phone from the very beginning. Like our generation started having phones like when we were like in school or college or something like that.
Exactly.
So the exposure wasn't as bad, but now the kids have access to it since the very beginning.
Yep.
So it's gonna
It's going to be the next
Yeah.
generation after yours, which is the worst.
Yeah.
I think these gender things should be between the people privately. These people should not be definitely near children, or any child should be indoctrinated, such as Poland. Yeah, exactly. They shouldn't be. Leave the children alone. When someone becomes an adult, whatever state, whatever nation you're in, they can choose for themselves.
okay. So gays and transgender people have always existed in history.
Yes.
It's a fact.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it. the thing is that since the Western media has made it out to be such a big deal, and they have the Gay Pride Month and whatever, it sort of started putting a negative perspective to the whole thing.
Well, it is a
rather than
negative because that's the thing. Everyone keeps their private lives, guess what? Private. It's the problem that people are bringing their private lives into the open, which is
and
disgusting.
expecting everybody
To accept it.
yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to talk about anything going on between me and my wife because it doesn't matter to anyone. It's me and my
Yeah,
wife's
yeah.
personal life. It's disgusting that these people will talk about it openly. And then when people get disgusted, they're like, oh, you're like, no, don't be talking about that stuff. It doesn't have any place.
Not just Hindu religions, all religions have had certain
All religions do.
have stories about, you know,
Yeah. But
the people.
it's
and,
been-
and I don't think there's anything wrong with a guy having feelings for another guy,
No.
or a female having
I've
feelings for another
dealing,
female.
like, I've been dealing with that with my best friend. Follow yo boy Maurice on YouTube.
What are you talking about?
I've been dealing with that. He's always had feelings for me. You know that.
Yeah, but,
You know
but
that.
the thing is, people have never shamed people. Like, okay, the conservative people have,
Yeah.
because they want their kids to be like a
Yeah,
straight
like they were,
person or whatever. So they have faced challenges.
There were
and,
camps
and nobody's like
for like correction.
Yeah, nobody's saying that, oh, you're not whatever. I mean, sure, it's a good thing that they're coming out and being open about their feelings, but be open about their feelings to the partner who they want to spend the rest of their life, instead of going to the camera and having the gay flag and be like, oh, I'm gay. And then,
And then making it the world's
yeah,
problem.
yeah.
It's like, it shouldn't be.
Like,
it shouldn't be.
Like, we don't go around the world demanding we have a straight people month to celebrate that we're straight.
What are you talking about? Every day is Straight People Day.
No, I mean, we don't have a dedicated time, because it's just like it's not important.
Yeah. In Eastern religion, these genders issue are not sorted wisely.
Sorted widely, not so
Sorted
loose
what?
gender identity, not so strict gender identity.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. It's just like in Christianity, it's seen as a sin, but so is lusting after another man's wife. So, and all the sins are basically seen as equal. The problem is, it's like when people know they're doing something wrong, they like to go, well, at least I'm not a murderer. Yes, honey, I cheated on you, but at least I'm not a murderer. It's just kind of like a scapegoat. That's basically what it's become. Saying like, oh, at least I'm not gay is more of a scapegoat than anything. It has nothing to do with the actual belief. It has nothing to do with it's plain and simple. Plain and simple. And there are always those subsets of every religion which go too far with hatred. Go way too far with hatred, which just cause problems. Because throughout time, gays, transgenders, cross-dressers, you name it, have always existed.
Yeah.
And they have been accepted. Like, you go to like Thailand or a lot of Asian countries.
And they have the lady boys.
You get lady boys, and it's just a common practice, something that's accepted. It's like, okay, it's just a part of life.
Yeah, and they're not shamed, but they're not demanding, oh, we want to have a Lady Boy month dedicated to us.
Yeah.
Because we should be praised for who we are. Like, no. Just live your life as you're supposed to. We're
Yeah.
not telling you to show off your whatever you are.
Yeah, humans will tear apart themselves if they can't find new scapegoat. It is pretty much relevant in human history throughout. Yeah, well, a lot. Yeah, everyone wants to push things onto other people. Like, I'm not a drinker. I don't do drugs. Don't drink. I've just never cared for it.
Don't smoke either.
Oh yeah, I don't
Just
smoke
put
either.
it there.
Yeah, I have to include that. I've just never cared for it. I don't mind people that do, but I remember none of my brothers do anymore either. But I remember going to a party with my brothers at a young age, and one of my brothers would open a beer and set it in front of me because he would feel guilty about him drinking, and he had pushed the rest of my brothers into drinking, that he wanted to make sure I was drinking as well because it makes him feel less guilty. So he kept doing that, and I wouldn't touch it. He'd come by, he'd grab it, see it was still full. He'd take it, open a new one, set it in front of me. That's just what happened. Oh, yeah, boy Maurice, I was just talking about you. Everyone subscribe to him. Everyone subscribe to him. Yeah, I was just talking about him. But yeah, I mean, there are those people who will push something mainly because they feel guilty.
Yeah, well, just because you're transgender doesn't make you less of a human. But if you're wanting to be more of a human and want people's respect and everything, and you're demanding it and be like, oh, I'm transgender, treat me nicely.
Or treat me this way,
Yeah,
treat me
of
this
course
way.
people are going to be like, get away from us.
These
We're
are
just
my
wanting to live
pronouns.
our life.
Make sure you refer to me as this. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'd just rather call you by your name.
I just rather not talk with you at all. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
some people make a lot of things their personal life. It's about being playing the victim. They want to be the victim. In our scriptures, Arjun
Yeah.
was cursed to be a transgender for some period of time. There was also a great transgender warrior, Shrikandi.
No. Almost there. Where's the R? Where are you reading the R?
Shrikandi?
What?
Shikandi?
Yeah.
Okay, Shikandi, who was respected because of its warrior skills. Excuse me? It's not it's they. Because of
on.
they warriors' skill.
It's not they.
Well, that's supposed to be the term. It's supposed to be the term.
Yeah, that's the thing. They've existed for a long time,
Yeah.
and now they're making it like, oh, we're the special people.
Yeah, they're the brand new race.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It is so
The
stupid.
thing is, if they didn't do that, the people would have been probably more acceptable
Yeah.
of them than they are now.
Because they would be normal human beings like everybody else. They'd come into coffee shops, order their coffee. They would come and spend time with people. They would make friends. They wouldn't make it all about who they are as a person. It's not important. It's not important.
Just live your life and don't bother people.
Yep.
Like, if I'm living my life, I don't care if a person next to me is dressed up as a unicorn or something else. But if
I
they
would
come
be.
up, but if they come up to me and be like, "Oh, I'm a unicorn. You should treat me with respect." Of course, I'm gonna be offended by that and be like, "Why are you up in my business? Like, go away from me." Like, you know.
Yeah. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
You guys got a video? Oh, it's so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait like that.